Okay, you have your NFL Week 7 power rankings. So number 10, I have the Dallas Cowboys down 3 spots against the Eagles. They did not do very well. Their defense couldn't stop them during the first half, but the defense did play a lot better in the second half. And Cooper Rush, when he had to throw in the second half, he had a moment, but he also threw 2 picks early on, which was not good. And they did try to come back and almost did, but it just wasn't enough. And I think that's why they had Dak Prescott, because he could take over a game while Cooper Rush can. But Cooper Rush can win. I still think they're a top 10 team with that defense, though. Number 9. Okay, then you have the Cincinnati Bengals looking a lot better versus the Saints. Jamar Chase finally had a good game, and Joe Burrow looked a lot better. That offense in general looked a lot better, but their defense definitely took a step back. Allowed 26 points to a not great Saints offense, but their offense is looking a lot better than it was early on. And then number 8, I have the New York Jets back on this list for the first time. They beat the Packers. Their defense right now looking really good. Back-to-back good weeks for their defense, and their offense is doing enough. Not a great offense, but an average one, which is doing enough to score points against a good Packers defense. And they beat the Packers 24-10. It was a great win against a good opponent. And their defense, to me, I think is the strength of this team. Number 7, I have the LA Chargers down 2 spots. Not a pretty win against the Broncos. Their offense could not get going. The Broncos do have a good defense, but Justin Herbert and company should do a lot better against them. And their defense did not do well during the first half, but during the second half, they played great against a struggling Broncos offense. And to me, their team just has to get healthy, and JC Jackson has been a real disappointment this year. And their offense just has to get better. And then number 6, I have the Baltimore Ravens down 2 spots. Again, choking in the fourth quarter. They had 2 turnovers on their last 2 drives that set up giant scoring, and they just have to get better in the fourth quarter. That's all I have to say. They played great during the first 3 quarters, and during the fourth quarter they just collapsed. Okay, and then at number 5, I have the Minnesota Vikings up 1 spot. Was not the greatest win versus the Dolphins. The Vikings, all of their wins are very, very close, even against the bad opponents like the Bears. That's probably what's keeping them from going higher. Against the Dolphins, it was a tight game. Their defense played really well for once. Their offense, not so much. They did have a big run by Dalvin Cook, but they were mostly shut out. And I still think their offense has potential, but their defense looked a lot better. And I have them at number 5 right now, up 1 spot. And then at number 4, I have the Giants up 4 spots. They just keep on winning, coming back in the fourth quarter. I'm not sure if that's sustainable, but still, they came back versus the Ravens behind 10 points in the fourth quarter. And their defense playing great right now. Their offense is doing enough. Saquon is leading that offense right now, looking a lot like his rookie season. And Giants just keep on finding a way to keep winning. They did not look good during the 3 quarters, but during the fourth quarter, they look great. And Giants, I'm not sure if that's sustainable winning. And they have not really blown out an opponent yet. Similar to the Vikings, they always keep their games close, but they just keep on finding ways to win. And then number 3, the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, they did lose the Bills, but their defense played played pretty great. Played pretty great. Hold the Bills to just 24 points, and their offense, Mahomes did throw a pick, but it looked good throughout, and it was just a good game overall against a very good opponent. You can't really dock any of those 2 teams. And then number 2, I have the Buffalo Bills. Similar to the Chiefs, pretty much they played well through and through, and against a very good opponent. Their offense looked good, defense looked good. They slowed down Mahomes. Their offense could be a little bit better against the Chiefs, but overall it was a good game, and both these teams really did well. And then teams that dropped out, you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dolphins. Tampa Bay just had a big loss to the Steelers. Steelers are not a very good team, and Tom Brady was just not good. The whole offense wasn't good. Offensive line sucked, and Tom Brady got mad. And Tampa Bay Buccaneers, like I said, I thought offensive line was the weakness, and it's definitely showing up. And they just have to figure something on their offensive line, or their offense was keeping stalled. Well, the Dolphins just have to get healthy. Skylar Thompson again injured his thumb, but their defense played a lot better. But they just lost to the Vikings. They have to find ways to win. I still have the Philadelphia Eagles. They finally beat a good opponent, even though it was a divisional opponent in the Dallas Cowboys. Their offense in the first half looked great, but to me, they've been letting go of the gas in the second half too much. But their defense is elite right now. Had 2 picks on Cooper Rush, and the defense and the Eagles in general overall is just looking like a really, really good team right now. Definitely a Super Bowl contender, and they're still number 1 as long as they're undefeated. So there you have it. NFL Week 7 power rankings.